And we're back once again, only on It's After Hours, only on Full Swap Radio. And joining here on location, visiting lady here, well, she's a hustler. She's a sex pot. She's a wife, and well, she's also a savvy businesswoman. We're happy to have her on the show as she has a meet and greet coming up and a whole lot of goodies you can check out on her Fansly. I give the beautiful, the talented, the lovely. I give you it's Miss Bree Spades. So Bree, let's start off here with so where how does it so you have a meet and greet planned out here. What's the plan? What is I guess are the
Mhm.
goals and how much work goes into that? It sounds easy, but anybody who knows meet and greets like, oh, it's a pain in the ass. Just getting
Yeah,
everything set up at first.
yeah, it's a big deal. We just got approached with it earlier this week or at the end of last week, so we're still trying to work out all the details, but it's at a strip club in Knoxville, Tennessee. So we're going to do that and hopefully meet a lot of my fans.
So how much work goes into it? Because everybody thinks, oh, it's easy, you just announce it, you print out some flyers, that's it. What
Yeah,
kind of work
there's
have you had to do?
a lot of promoting, which is fixing to start. Hopefully tomorrow we're going to start promoting it, and it is a lot of work. You got to get your outfit, your makeup, transportation, all of that stuff set up and ready to go that night.
So at what point were you going like, or he went from this is a great idea to I wish I never had this friggin' idea because I'm guessing at first it sounds wonderful, then all of a sudden it's like after like 3 days on social media, retweeting, sending out new tweets,
Yeah.
answering questions, paying the
Yeah.
travel bill. You're like, okay, this I regret this idea.
I've had people ask me for years now to do a meet and greet, and I've always just put it off just because it is such a big deal. But this one was brought to me like I didn't even come up with it. It was their idea. They reached out to me, so I really hated to turn it down. And I think it's just a great way just to meet my fans and get to hang out and chill, see that I'm a real person. But tomorrow, when we start promoting it, it's going to be probably really hectic for the next couple of weeks.
I bet because as I said, you're using everything at your disposal. So your TikTok, your Instagram, your X, or formerly known as
Mm-hmm.
Twitter, your Snapchat. Probably posted also, as I said, on Fansly, on your ChatterBait, on Pocket
Yeah,
Stars.
yeah.
Probably many vids if you have that. Like after a while, like how much you're like, okay, check, 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 check. Oh, I still have six more websites to go. Check, check, check. It's
Uh
just never
huh.
gonna end.
I know it's like a full time job.
So why do it?
It's well, I've never done one, but I like talking to my fans. I'm really big on that. Like in the mornings before I go to work, I will post, I will answer messages. I try to answer messages during the day while I'm at work. And then after I get home, that's basically all I'm doing is just talking to people and just getting to know them. And I think it'd just be really fun to finally actually put a face to the name that I see all the time talking to. And plus, it's at a strip club, so it's going to be fun.
Okay. So because it's at a strip club, is the strip club helping you out? Because they're getting some of this action also. I'm guessing like drinks and people coming
Yeah.
in. And so how are they helping you out? What were I guess the terms for them to, be part of this whole shindig thingamabob?
They reached out and just asked if I could just do like they kind of do like an OnlyFans night, but since I don't have OnlyFans, but I do have such a big social media following, they wanted me to come. So I agreed, and we're still working it all out. But hopefully tomorrow we'll have the date. I wish I had the date right now for you, but I don't. I know it's coming up in the next few weeks. But they're taking care of a lot of stuff, but there's still so much on my end that I have to do.
So let's talk about the fans. Yeah. It's a never ending like, baby that needs to be fed. Like, oh, we need more content. We need more content. And it could be anything from boy girl scenes to solo to, you're just playing with yourself to, hey, just a shower scene to, hey, some naughty upskirt pics. Like, how do you
Yeah.
do it? How do you keep adding the content, not just getting sick of shooting the content?
It does get overwhelming at times, really, but it's all the time, all day long. And then if I don't post nothing for like an hour, or if I miss a day, if I'm sick or if I'm busy or something, my phone's blowing up like crazy. Like, where you at? Why don't I have a new pic, new video, new something? And I'm like, I'm working on it. It's a lot between all my sites, my Insta, Snapchat, everything. It's constantly going off.
What's the wildest content you shot so far in terms of like
Um,
creativity? Like, give me something that you shot. And you're like, holy crap! I can't believe I was this creative.
um, outdoors, probably on a mountain that was not secluded. Like there was people driving up and down the road, and I know they had to see some stuff. Like I tried to hide whenever we'd see people coming, walking by or something. But yeah, anything you do outdoors, you always take that risk. But that's part of the fun.
Were you nervous though? Because all it takes is one person going, "Stop something in the words. Just
Yes.
talk."
Yeah, I just need one elderly couple to walk by and then blow it for me. But luckily,
Or
knock on wood,
worse,
that's not happened.
or worse, some kid going, "Mommy, what are they doing?" And all of a sudden, the parents like, "Shame, shame."
Yes. Yes, that would be horrible. I always think that whenever we're out doing stuff. Like normally if we do outdoors, we try to do it in a secluded area, but we have done it in a more open spot, and that was nerve-wracking. But it was fun at the same time. And I want to do it again. I guess just the thrill of maybe being caught or maybe being seen.
What's the closest you ever got to getting caught?
Probably that time, and just like cars just like going up and down the road, because we wasn't trying to hide. I was out with nothing on, and there was a road right in front of me, a very public road up in the mountains, and it was nerve-wracking. Every time somebody come by, like I could hear them coming, and I'd try to hide, but then there's sometimes you just can't. So I've been caught or almost caught a couple times. I don't think I've actually fully been caught yet. If I have, then I don't know about it.
So, what got you into this whole thing, the fans leave, the content creating? Because it's what made, I guess, this a Southern Belle decide, all right, I'm going to hop on the bad foot and do a good thing.
um, I was a virgin until I was 18. I was a good girl, and then I kind of went through like a rough patch. And then when I met my husband one night, I think we must have been drinking, and we were just talking about our fantasies and stuff. And he's like, "I want to see you with another guy," and I'm like, "Okay, like I can do that." And it just took off like as soon as we did it. And then he's like, well, let's put, there's no point in doing it if you're not going to post it and share it with other people. So we did that, and then it just kind of took off, and I've not looked back. I actually want to do it like full time, like quit my day job and just do content all the time. But it
Take me to the
started,
first. I was going to say, take me to the first part where you go, where he goes, "Oh yeah, I want to see you with another guy." What was your reaction? You're like, "Huh? What? Whoa, 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 what? Let's back this up here. I want to make sure you're clear. This is one of those things you just like casually drop. Like, okay, how much thought have
yeah,
you given to this? And is this a trick question?"
yeah. Uh, I mean, there was, when he said it, I was like, are you sure? Like we're married people, in the South, they don't just do that. And he reassured me, and he still reassures me every time before I do any kind of content, that he's okay with it, that he wants it. But the first thing was he wanted to see me with a black guy. So I was like, okay, because I've only been with two other people before him, and they were both white guys. So I was like, yeah, I want to explore that. I want to do that. But leading up to that night that it happened, like I was so nervous and just kept asking for his reassurance. Like, are you sure we're going to be okay when it gets here? Are we going to be okay, like when you see it happening? Are we going to be okay in the morning when all this dies down? And he's been so cool about it. He's been like, yeah, yeah, yeah. He wanted it, and he's my biggest supporter.
You can be honest. You're also like, might need a shot. Okay, need another shot. Let's make that a double now. Like, all right, you know what? Let's just make a Boilermaker. I'm fine. I'm tipsy, but
Yes.
I'm fine.
Yeah. Now, the first time I probably was not fine. I was really drinking that night just to help my nerves because it was something new that me and him have both ever done. And after that, it's gotten a little bit easier. I still like to drink a couple shots or something before I meet somebody, especially if it's somebody new. If I've already met them, I'm good. But that first time meeting somebody, I have to have a couple of shots. And then when they get here or we meet up, all the nerves go away. It's like I've known them forever. We click, we do our thing, and it's all good.
So, how did you meet him? Okay, and what was it about the husband that you just fell in love with? Because you could have other guys. You've been with other
Mm-hmm.
guys. Why is it about what was it about him that he's like he's your boo for life?
Uh, I when we met, he sent me a Facebook message, and just I forget what it said, just something like "you're so pretty" or something, and I was like, "Yeah, you're just another random guy, like whatever." But later that night, I was at a friend's house and I was bored, so I just going through all my messages, and for some reason, his stuck out, and I just messaged him back. And when we met, um, it was 8 years ago for our first time ever meeting, and I don't know. Whenever I got into his truck, it's like I knew him forever, and just our souls connected. We had the same energy, just everything. I was like, I'm not letting you go. Like you're stuck with me forever.
Uh huh. Exactly. The first part, I'm like, okay, yeah. When he's saying that, it's like, yeah, okay, you gotta step up your game here, buddy. Just saying I'm pretty, that gets you maybe like an eyeball, a little
Yeah.
side notice, but that's it. So, so he steps up and he does all this, and from what I'm reading here, because I'm going on your social media page. If once again, it's Bree Spades on
Yes.
X, or basically Bree Spades 21.
Yes.
He's your supporter. He's also your cameraman. Like, how much work does
Mm-hmm.
he do, and how much does he like basically do all the grunt work? Where you're like, I really don't want to do this. I don't want to do editing at like 10 o'clock at night. I want to go to bed.
Yes.
Bed is calling to
That,
me.
yeah, he comes up with a lot of the ideas, or if I come up with them and I'll tell him, and he'll give me his input on it, and we'll kind of work together. But he is the cameraman, the photographer. I mean, he does it all, and he edits the pictures so I can post them or share them online. He does a lot of work, and he sets up just the meets because I'll find a guy and I'll be like, hey, I really like him. Can you try to get him on this day or this day? And he'll try to work with that guy if I'm working on something else, and he'll set it up to where we can actually meet up and do the content.
All right. So how much goes into finding the guys? Because it's not like just as you said, they got to try. You got. It's not like somebody can just tweet out, I want to have sex with you." It's like, "Oh yeah, I'll do that." It's like, you got to come with me a
Yeah.
little bit more. So, how do you find them, and how tough is it finding people who actually can come through and not all of a sudden freeze under the pressure?
Oh, it's so tough. Um, we I have guys message me all the time wanting to meet up, and wants to either come here or me come to them. I mean, they will go through until the very day of. And then I've been stood up a lot. Like, there was one guy just a couple months ago I talked to for a couple of weeks, and we really clicked and hit it off. And then he was supposed to come, and I mean, all the way up until like the hour before was supposed to show up. He's like, "Yeah, I'm on my way. I can't wait." And then he just went blank, and I've not heard from him since. And I probably wouldn't talk to him again. Give him another chance. But it's hard meeting guys whenever you live in a small town in Tennessee. It's really, really hard. There's not a lot around.
So you know the answer. People are going to say, "Oh, you should do collabs. You should collaborate with other people." And I'm guessing that's also tough because it's all of a sudden, then it's like get testing. You got to
Yeah.
pay for hotel and travel, or for you
Mm-hmm.
or the person. Like, how often have you thought about that? And how far in advance for somebody like yourself do you have to like plan for collabs? Like, okay, I want to shoot. Okay, it's August. We got to plan for December. It's December. We're
Uh-huh.
gonna plan for April. And give you time
Yeah.
to raise the funds.
Yeah, there's a lot of time that has to be put into it. Like, a guy can't say, "Hey, I want to hook up next week," and then it happen. I mean, that very rarely happens unless he lives down the road or something. Because I work and my husband works, and we have a family with kids, and I just can't pick up and leave. So if they want to come to me, that's fine. But a lot of people don't really want to come to a small town just to shoot. But I would love to find other creators, content creators that I can actually have a relationship with and build both of our brands.
So how far do you travel? I mean, because as you said, you're in Tennessee, so you're trying to look around, and I'm
Mm-hmm.
guessing like Florida, Vegas, LA, that takes a lot more time. But is there any plans to like go to maybe like North Carolina or South Carolina or another border state where it's like okay, maybe a day drive at most, come back the next day, and
Yeah. Yeah, I'm open to that for sure. If I could find somebody like in neighboring states where it's not that far for me to go, I would love that. And then I'm off a lot during the year and then on summer, so I could travel then. And I would love to travel and actually meet other creators.
so all this is happening here. And as you said, you are also a mother, and you have social media sites.
Mm-hmm.
So how often do you worry about, and I don't know how old your kids are or how many you have or what, boy, girl, multiple boys, multiple girls. How much do you worry sometimes of eventually like having to have that talk of, so this is what mom's doing. You should avoid
Um,
certain words and searches. And if you see my TikTok, just never mind. Just don't
yeah.
click on it.
I have two bonus kids and they are older. So both of them, it's my bonus son and my bonus daughter. Both of them know what I do. I don't know how they found out, but they did. They even follow me on some of my sites and everything. But my youngest, he's still too little. He don't care. I could say anything in front of him and he don't pay attention. But my oldest
So the
two, they know.
so how awkward was that having a conversation where they're like, so mom, we saw something. Can't unsee it, but we saw it, and you're like, oh crap. What did you
my first
see?
my first thing was like, what did you see and how did you find out? But my daughter, she's over 18 and she would love to do the same thing. We've had that talk many a times. Her fiance actually subs to my pages and is a big follower. And then my son, I'm not sure how he found out, but he found my Snapchat the other day. And I know he was already on some of my other pages. So it's kind of awkward at family dinners and stuff, but they're really cool. They're just, I don't know. I got easygoing kids, so they're all right with it. And I guess
So how
because
much?
they're older.
I was gonna say, how much is that? Is it easier? Like, okay, they're not, in that 16, 15-year-old phase where it's awkward, and then it's awkward for you, and then it's just like, okay, what are we doing? How we gotta explain this? How do
Yeah.
I bring it up? Is it easier? Like they're all sort of adults in some ways. It's like, all right, we're a little more mature, hopefully. In this case, they
Yeah.
probably are.
Yeah. Yeah. They're both older. They're more mature. They know all about the sites, even if I wasn't on them. They both know. And I just tell them, this is the way that I want to express myself and have fun, meet new people. And they were both like really understanding about it. And like I said, my daughter, she wants to do it. I don't really want her to just because I know the dangers of this world. But if she wants to, she's going to. I'm not going to be able to stop her.
I was gonna say, like, like you're older. I'm not
Hmm.
gonna say how old, but because nobody wants to hear that. But you're old enough to where you've lived a bit. So with your daughter, like, how tough is it trying to explain to her, like, look, this, I'm like halfway through my life, and worst
Hmm.
case scenario, you're just starting. Like this, all of a sudden, there people won't hire you, people won't talk to you, and you probably have
Hmm.
to deal with that. So how do you try to explain to her, like, all right, you go down this road, you can't turn
It's
back.
No, it's tough. I told her, I said, once you post one picture online, like it's there forever, no matter if you delete it or not. Like it's still there. It's going to follow you. So you got to think about that whenever you get to be 40, 50 years old. Like it's still going to be there, even if you think it's not. Somebody's got it online.
Have you had any interactions where all of a sudden it's like people found out, and not your family, your immediate family, but like friends, neighbors. Next thing you know, you're coming up. We're gonna pray for Jesus for you, or my God, what are you thinking? Or you need us to
Luckily,
call an intervention. Call
yeah.
an intervention, dear.
Yeah, I'm lucky as of right now that most people that I deal with directly or know, they don't know. I have a couple of friends that know, and then of course, like I said, my bonus son and bonus daughter. But other than that, like not a lot of people know. And if they find out, then I'm sure there's gonna be a lot of questions that I have to answer for. But I think you have one life and you need to enjoy it and do what makes you happy.
How much work goes into all this? Because everybody thinks it's easy. Oh, I have an iPhone. They have
Yeah,
click, click,
it's
click,
not
click, click,
just
and yeah.
yeah, it's not just having a camera and taking pictures. It's a lot of work. Like I said, my phone blows up all day long, every day. I don't get an off day. Like if you work 9 to 5, when you get off work, you're done. With mine, I work 8 to 4, but I'm working before, during, and after on my pages, on my sites, just constantly keeping up with messages and ideas, like trying to come up with new ideas of new stuff to shoot or trying to find people to shoot with. It's You don't get a break, you don't get a vacation from it.
How many cameras do you have? Because it comes to the point where it's like, once you start shooting a couple scenes and you start going, all right, well, I want this angle, I want that angle, and next thing you know, you and
Yeah.
Hubby are talking, hey, we need to go 4K. Hey, we need to get a second camera. Hey, we should get like different like views, like POV plus sideline plus wide view, and I'm guessing all of a sudden it's like you go from like, all right, it's a little iPhone shooting some porn to now like multiple cameras. There's like digital aid equipment. You're doing like sound mixers. And you're going, how the hell did I spend like $10,000? Oh yeah, I know now.
Yes, it adds up so fast. Right now, we've only got three, I think three right now. I know we're looking at getting a new one here soon. Hopefully, my Christmas present, maybe. But yeah, I mean, once you start adding up like everything it takes into it, you gotta have some deep pockets to cover all that, or make sure you have enough content that's going to help you pay for it.
Get into just one scene. How much work goes into it for you? Because as somebody, as I said, you're relying on people who are local, so it's not like they're bringing their own camera crews and they have like a studio set up. Like, how much work goes into everything? Like setting up the cameras, setting up, doing your own makeup, getting the lighting, making sure everything is kosher. Like, how long sometimes do these days run before you even shoot the content?
I'm normally picking, if I know I've got a shoot to do, say if it's on a Saturday, I will start like trying to come up with outfits because I will change my outfit 1,000 times before I find one that I want to wear. Probably a couple of days ahead of time. And then trying to post and let everybody know, like, hey, this is in the works. This is going to be happening, doing it Saturday. So Sunday, Monday, it'll be posted. Just all of that. It takes a couple of days. I mean, honestly. And then that day of is full of outfits, hair, makeup, setting up the cameras, setting up the lights, just getting everything ready to go whenever that person gets here.
Before we let you go, what's on the agenda for 2024? Because that's coming up soon, and all of a sudden, you're going, well, AVN's around the corner. Xbiz is around the corner. You know,
Yeah.
Exoticas are around the corner. Like, is there a plan for like taking the operation like nationwide?
I've been doing this since 2016, and it was when I started, it was a very slow process. There wasn't a lot of girls, and now a lot of girls everywhere are doing it. I would just like to continue to grow. I think in the last 6 months, my platform, especially on X, has like went above and beyond. And I think we can just keep growing and hopefully do more meet and greets, meet more people to shoot with. I would love to find girls to shoot with, different guys, and just keep growing.
Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, we're very proud to have on the show. I give you the beautiful, the lovely, the talented. I give you Miss Bree Spades. So, Bree, before we let you go, once again, where can fans check you out? Where is the X, the Fansly, the Chatterbait, the Instagram, the other websites? Where can fans hit you up at?
Fansly is Fansly, and then it's backslash Bree Spades, and same as Pocket Stars. And then let's see, IG and Twitter are Bree Spades 21.
Bree
And then
Spades, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, keep going. My apologies here.
oh no, you're good. And Bree Spades at Gmail. If you have any questions or anything, I can get back to you and send you all the links.
Bree Spades, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, always an honor, pleasure have you on the show. We come back. We got a lot more going on here. Only on It's After Hours. Only on Full Swap Radio.